it's Joe from the Georgina Public Library, and welcome to Ready, Set, Kindergarten. Remember last time we were practicing our lining up, because from kindergarten on, the rest of your whole life you're going to be lining up for something, whether it's waiting to go into school, or waiting to come out of the gym, or lining up at the drive-thru, or when we get back to the grocery stores, you'll be lining up there too. So, new buddy friend, he's going to be the line leader today. You remember last week, Potato Head Yoda's got to pull himself together a little bit. But, what have I done? Teacher Joe can't build Yoda. Let me get him straight here. Joey, what have you done? There we go. No, look at this. I have to turn the poor Yoda around. I'm going to get thrown out of the Star Wars Yoda fan club at this. Did Jody complain because he didn't get to be line leader? Nope, we're going to take turns. And then we've got our little people from the Candyland game, and the Fisher-Price clown, and another little Candyland person. And you see what they're doing? They're following after each other. And when the line leader starts, they're all going to walk, but they're not touching each other. And they're not pushing and shoving or jumping in front. So you stay one behind each other. You can practice this at home with your stuffed toys or your cars or the people at the house. All right? So now we've done our lineup. I'm going to slide my table off to the side, put my guys on the floor, and let's see about saying our names today. Hickledy-pickledy bumblebee, can you say your name for me? What's your name? Hey, Sophie, how are you today, Sophie? I heard from your grandma that she wanted me to say hi to you too. Hi, Sophie. Good job. Hickledy-pickledy bumblebee, can you say your name for me? What's your name? Max. Max. Oh, welcome, Max. How are you today? Hickledy-pickledy bumblebee, can you say your name for me? What's your name? Okay, boys and girls, you say your name. Grown-ups, when somebody asks them their name in public, let them say it. That's a good practice. And now, I've had many requests to sing this song, so everybody, stand up. Are you ready for a little hokey pokey? Okay, get your hands ready. We're going to put our hands in, we'll put our hands out, we'll put our hands in, and we'll shake them all about. We'll do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Hey! Are you ready again? You put your head in, you put your head out, you put your head in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Hey, one more time. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Yeah! Right on. Now, last week I told you that I went to the library and got way too many books, all with the same theme. And I didn't realize till I got home they all involved underpants. So I said I'd read some underpants books for you this week. So our first book is The Underwear Zoo. It was written by and drawn by Brian Sendelback, and it was published by, I forgot who it was published by. There we go. Orchard Books, which is part of Scholastic. So you ready? Settle in and enjoy the Underpants Zoo. There's a new zoo in town, and here's what I've heard. The Underpants Zoo is completely absurd. Come in and find out why there's been such a fuss. It's a zoo where the animals wear underpants, just like us. It's important for lions to appear royal and grand, Camel says. Mine keep filling up with sand. Zebras have stripes, but they like stars the best. Leopard prefers spots, as you may have guessed. Hippos have hearts, because she's such a romantic. Elephant sizes extra jumbo gigantic. Kangaroos, boxers need plenty of bounce. For the sleepy sloths, it's comfort that counts. The snakes are good friends, so they share the same pair. Make fun of crocodile's style if you dare. Octopus can wear 4 pairs at a time. Dolphins in long johns, it boggles the mind. The penguins chill their underpants in the freezer. The monkeys' wild trunks are always crowd pleasers. It may look as though Anteater is doing some silly dance, but look closely and you'll see his underpants have got ants. Ants in your pants. The Underpants Zoo, I'm sorry to say, is closing its gates for the rest of the day. But we'll visit again. We'll drop by very soon. Next time we'll stay for the whole afternoon. Underpants Zoo, closed for underpants de-antsing. That's the end of our story. Pretty cool, eh? Would you go to a zoo like that? Yep, I know, I would. All right. Now, today's practice lessons. Slide back over the famous black table. And we're going to talk about pencils and pens and learning to write. I got my markers. I like these Mr. Sketch markers. They don't dry out as fast as the Crayola. They're still washable. And, they smell good while we're using them. So, the cool thing about having markers is, this is good for you to be practicing with the lids. But, grown-ups, when the children are learning to write for the first time, and, they have to be probably 2.5, coming closer to 3, especially the guys. You want to make sure they've got the marker on the bottom, 2 fingers on the top. It's a tripod grasp, tri meaning 3, so we use 3. All right? Markers are great because they're so thick and chubby and they're easy to work with. All right? So, pop the cap. Make sure your children are doing a proper grasp, okay? We're not going to be coloring like this. We're not putting our fingers through things. Do it right, learn it right the first time, then you don't have to correct it years later when their printing looks like it's been done by a chicken. So, don't worry about the letters. The cool thing is, the letters come together when the hands get strong and the children are familiar with what they're drawing. And you're going to see, when the boys and girls scribble, well, those are circles. And doing circles and lines and the infamous dots, circles, lines, dots, end up being just the things the kids need. Circles, lines, lines, and dots. And you see how the letters came? So circles, lines, dots, those are all fine. The letters will come when the hands are strong and they're familiar with those shapes. Boys and girls, remember, use paper to color on, to do your markers and your pencils on. Because if you color on the walls or your skin or your brother or sister or the floor or the table, you don't get to keep that piece of paper. You can't keep the stuff that gets written on your skin. So use paper. Then you get to keep it. You can make note for someone. Okay? So, slide that over. Our second underwear book of the day is Bear in Underwear. Goodnight Underwear, with the pictures by Todd H. Doodler. Okay? And this book is published by Blue Apple Books. Bear in Underwear. Goodnight Underwear. In a great green forest, there was a little cabin and a nice campsite and a campfire, and there were 7 friends in underwear and 7 bags for sleeping there, and 7 pillows on the bed for 7 friends to rest their heads, and 7 flashlights on the ground for 7 friends circling round, and spray for ticks and marshmallows on sticks, and a bear in underwear, good at tricks. Good night, pillow fight. Good night, mosquito bites. Good night, frights. Good night, lights. Every friend is tucked in tight. It should be a quiet night. Hello, owls, whoo, whoo, whoo. Hello, doves, coo, coo, coo. Hello, mice running by. Hello, bug in the eye. Hello, lump under bear's back. Hello, frog in bear's sack. Hello, itches and hello, twitches. Hello, dark shadows and what's that sound? Hello, scary thunder and rain pouring down. Hello, dry cabin with friends together. Hello, safe from stormy weather. Good night, glitches. Good night, twitches. And lots of little itches. Good night, moon. And good night, raccoon. Good night, peepers. Good night, sleepers. Good night, little house. Good night, little mouse. Good night, dimming lights. Good night, nighttime frights. Good night to Good night to undies mighty fine. They are drying on the line. Good night to an underwearing bear. Good night, underwear. I don't know if I would sleep outside with all those sounds and noises going on. Would you? Especially not just in my underwear. No, definitely not. I'm going to set that one aside and say, next, coming up soon on the weekend, is the following weekend, the second Sunday, always, in May, is Mother's Day. Now this year, lots of boys and girls aren't at preschool and daycare and nursery school to make secret surprises for their moms. So we're going to get creative and do some at home. So what you want to do is go to the Georgina Public Library website, kids programs, top secret Mother's Day stuff, and there's a whole list of ideas and suggestions. Some of them I've made up myself, and others I just put some links down for some cool activities. Everything from recipes for like cookbook stuff for making a nice dinner to some gifts and books and music for the background. Lots of cool stuff. So please go ahead, read that for Mother's Day. Oh, my friends, it's time again. You ready? I like to do this sitting down so that you're not looking at the top of my head all the time too much. So you guys can stand up and let's sing. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, hands up high and wave goodbye. Our hands wave goodbye. Our hands wave goodbye. Library time is over now. Our hands wave goodbye. Goodbye, Hannah. Goodbye, Anya. Goodbye, Riley. We'll see you here next week. Goodbye, Michael. Goodbye, Jackson. Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you here next week.